Hey, this is Chris Velasco with TechCrunch, and I've always thought of myself as a pretty good driver. Maybe not the best. Sometimes I look at speed limit signs as suggestions instead of limits, but really, who hasn't done that? All those hard stops and quick starts do kind of take a toll in your car though, and that's why a Y-Combinator startup called Automatic has created this, an automatic dongle that plugs into your car's data port to tell you just how bad a driver you really are. I'm no car genius, which is why I really appreciate the fact that Automatic made this thing really easy to set up. Hit let's go. You don't need a whole lot. You'll need your car keys to obviously turn your car on, and a data connection for your phone, and the aforementioned Link Dongle. Runs off of Bluetooth, fairly straightforward stuff. Here's where you punch in a security pin that's located on the back of your dongle. Now I'm not going to give you mine because I want mine to keep working, so I've punched in a dummy. Once we finish that, the fun stuff begins. Now we have to find the ODB port in your car, so let's go try that. Your mileage is going to vary, but I lucked out. My ODB port is right under my steering wheel and to the left, right here. So I've got the Link Dongle. Just pop it in like so, and you'll get a beep to confirm that you did it right. Perfect. Now all you have to do is turn on your car, and the pairing should complete. So I've been spending most of the afternoon driving around some hilly, curvy mountain roads in northern New Jersey. But to really hear what the Automatic says to you have to be going a little faster. So we're gonna jump on this highway right here. Now, if you're a lead foot, you're probably gonna notice this first. When you start going over 70, the Automatic is going to play some audio notifications to let you know that you probably shouldn't be going that fast. You just crossed the 70 barrier. Let's see if we can get it to go. There's number 1, so if you're going over 70. Number 2, and there's number 3, and that is the last notification you're going to get. We finally traded in those curvy mountain roads for some city driving, and I want to show you what other notifications you're going to get. There are really 2 others. The first is going to be a beep that happens when you accelerate too hard, and another one that pops up when you slam on the brakes too quickly. So let's see if we can't. So there we go, that's the acceleration notification. Now we're gonna see if we can't trigger that second notification for when you slow down too fast. There we go.
If you're anything like me, that dongle is just going to beep at you plenty, so you can try and learn to adjust your driving behavior. Now that's just part of what the Automatic Link experience brings to the table. Here we've got the iOS app. Brief sidebar, an Android version of the app will be available as a beta in December. And right up top you can see your vital statistics, so how much time you've spent on the road, a quick estimate of how many miles to the gallon you're getting, which is nice if you're driving a slightly older car like me, and an estimate of how much money you've spent at the pump this past week. Now all of that gets boiled down into a weekly driving score, which is actually kind of a nice touch. Instead of having to track multiple metrics, you get one score so you can more easily track your improvement or your failures as a driver. That score also takes into account how much time you spend cruising at over 70 miles per hour and all those hard stops and starts. And as you can see by my history here, I am not great at controlling my emotions on the road. I'm very, very impulsive. Automatic has also thrown in some tools to help with dicier situations. So if your engine light happens to come on, you can tap this icon up here and you'll be able to see, if you had the engine light on, a couple quick diagnostics to show you what might be happening with your car and what you may be able to do to fix it. In the event that you're completely useless at cars like me, you can also tap the nearby mechanics button to show you who's nearby that might be able to help you out. And heaven forbid, if you get caught in an accident, you also have what's called the crash alert feature, which is still currently in beta. And what it does when you turn it on is it detects your crash using the dongle's accelerometer and tracks your location and sends that information to the authorities by way of Automatic servers. Now once you're activated, you can also set 3 emergency contacts who will receive a text message in the event that something does go south. All in all, the app is pretty, but it's not perfect. I'd like to be able to stitch together multiple legs of a journey into a single trip for one, And although the app can display local mechanics in case you need some serious help, I also wish it could throw up locations for nearby gas stations.
So is this thing really worth $100? A lot of that is going to depend on how much time you spend in your car. If you're like me and you spend a good 7 or 8 hours a week driving back and forth, then yeah, $100 up front may wind up saving you a lot of money in terms of gas saved and maintenance costs down the road. You're probably going to find a lot of value in a device that for $100 will save you possibly much, much more over time. I guess I should also point out that $100 isn't exactly a ton of money compared to some of the other car accessories you can trick your car out with. Even if you're not the kind of person who's in your car day in and day out, it might be worth it just because of additional features like the crash alert, where it'll send messages to people you know in the event that it detects a crash. That and always just being able to see where your car is parked is really helpful too. Now obviously I can't speak for you, but as a New Jersey driver who's looking to change his ways, the $99 automatic Link dongle just might be the tool to do it. Then again, if you're the kind of person who doesn't take driving advice very well, you could probably stay away. Either way, I'm Chris Velasquez for TechCrunch. Safe travels.